Hey everyone, come once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, Episode 7. And wondering why, if anyone asks, the change of scenery, because, well, I'm someplace else, so that's why you see the change of scenery, so I'm just taking a little break to get away from the house, so I'm someplace else, so. But anyway, from Episode 7 of Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, I thought it was a very wholesome episode, saying, that's how getting more of the bonding between Beryl and Mewi. I mean, more addressing. It's not like well, oh, it's not like the point where Mewi's calling Beryl father or something like that. It's not though, and in fact, funny that Beryl has no parenting experience at all, of course. But but we do see they do have the chemistry between the two of them is getting more bonding, getting closer and closer, and more like as like almost like a father daughter relationship, and it's like how like okay like how like he's just trying to take her places, try to get experience more like because when she was little before she didn't get to do none of that stuff, right? She was just living off the streets and stuff like that, pickpocketing, right? So it's like, okay, hey, let's try this little eating place, let's go to see a play, and he's like, oh, the lead guy, he was a selfish guy, but it was pretty good overall. That's what she was saying. And then, hey, let's and going back home, and like since Beryl's not really good at cooking, that's all he could do is make his stew, though, right? And he's like, hey, it's fine, and then later on, going on to another more place, like going visiting the magic school where he was gonna take her to, since Faisal and Lucy are there. So, and we get to meet this teacher, which I'm like, I'm just thinking, maybe this teacher will be a good match for Beryl. So, but she tours of all she shows them where all these fine places are, like the dormitory, like the room that students stay in, the bath, the dining hall. It's like all very stunning, right? And Beryl and Mewi, like their faces, they're all lit up. Like, see how plush this place is, right? And so after the end of the day, they go back to eat some sausage, and then they bump into Serena, the one who helped him take down that griffin, right? And he mentions that oh well, she's living with me, and she goes, living, that kind of reaction. But it's nothing too serious though, and then at the end of the day, like more when they go back, there's like they hear something, right, and it turns out there's some rats in the house. You can say that the action sequence of this episode is chasing rats, and he's okay, he's want to be a little protective. It's like, hey, if you get bit, it could end up being like the plague or something like that. You can get sick or something. And so he's chasing the rats. He gets them out, and he's having a hard time with the last one. And she helps out with her little flame to scare it, and he grabs it, and it ends up biting him. Now, was he get sick from it? Probably not. I thought, but I was just probably just over exaggerating. So overall, he gets rid of the mice, and as they cook more dinner, So and I do like the whole thing. Like, okay, hey, he gets to think that maybe she wants to go live over there. Hey, if she goes over to the academy, she gets to hang out with kids her age, and be more social, interactive with other kids, and she gets 3 meals a day, a nice bath, and all that. And but overall, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to. She wants to stay. She wants to stay at the house with him. It's like, hey, I'll just commute from here. I'll walk over there if I have to. And and it's like, okay, because I want to help. I want to help out. I'll since I can't have you do all the cooking all the time. I'll prove my own cooking skills. And I'll help whenever I can. I do like that this whole episode was just the main focus of the bonding between Mewy and Beryl. Like I said, it's not like she's gonna the point where it's oh, I'm gonna call you father from now on. No, it's not like that. He's acting as her guardian, so and okay, if you wanted to stay, it's your decision. So, but I do like it was a very wholesome episode. Just see them bond, just their bonding, just between the two of them has just been improving more. And poor Will, she still calls him old man though, but that's far from the course though. But overall, yeah, it was a very wholesome episode, I would say. I thought the relationship between these two has improved a lot, and I thought that the more realistic a thing, like I said, this show was, like I said, has been proving a more thing on the realistic approach. I thought the writing in that it was very well done, especially if it's revolving between these two. Now I haven't read the manga or the light novels that's based on though, but from what I see, maybe there's changes though. I don't know because I haven't read it though, because it's a new series I haven't heard of though before until it came out though. So, but overall, yeah, I thought it was a very, very, very nice episode. Very, let's say, wholesome, charming episode. I would say, and eventually the shield will Mewi will get comfortable and begin to trust me because hey, yeah, I mean she still has a little edginess, not smiling a whole lot because of the whole thing that she went through from back then. So it's a little she's got to she'll eventually just adjust a little more and more until she starts getting more comfortable, right? So, but yeah, it was still very very wholesome episode though. So that's my episode. It's episode 7 of Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and like I said, this show has been once again it's been continuing to be a very great series so far. It is. It's been a very great series. And I hope we continue to see more, and more of the bonding relationship, and then eventually, hey, she'll come around, and she'll eventually we'll see her start smiling and stuff like that. But overall, yeah, it's a great episode. So and so has the series so far, like I said before. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time. Later.